All right, guys. Welcome to today's orientation. And normally we do this all the time because we want to get people informed before getting into our trainings at the College of Technology, the University of Boyer. Before we proceed, I would like to first of all appreciate all of you here, especially those still looking at starting these trainings, for joining. This is the first step in your career, just getting information and trying to learn more to see how helpful could this be for me is the first step. What really kills a lot of people is lack of information, right? I've given you some stuff here. You might be sitting and you feel like I cannot do IT because I did not have math in high school, just because you don't have the right information. So this is an avenue for us to share with you interesting information, listen to your worries, be able to help orientate you on, what you can do. Again, if you're here, it's not because you want to get into IT. It's not because you want to become a database administrator. You're here to gather information that will be able to guide you in making the right decision, right, in your next career path. Some of you here are already taking other training. Some of you are in the current DBA training. Some are just high school grads that are looking at stuff to do. So in today's orientation, we'll be able to consolidate all this group of people and talk to you in a way that will guide your thought process in making decisions about, next steps, right? So before we proceed, I would like to have the coordinator of the ICT certification program in UB, Mr. Mike. Mr. Mike, are you there? Robert, is Mr. Mike there? All right.
Yes, well, I think it's network.
Okay, no worries. So while waiting for Mr. Mike to come, so we're going to be talking about, database administration training, and this is going to be the focus. But we're going to talk to you generally about IT, address your concerns and questions. So if you have questions that you want to find out solutions or answers to them, you can use the Zoom chat. And also, for the meantime, if you want to share the invite with your friends, your respective groups, so people can join and listen, that will be great, right? Looks like I see Mr. Mike still trying to connect. Before he gets here, this is what we're going to be looking at today. This is an outline of our agenda. We're going to talk about the audience, right? All of you here, you'll see how you fit in this discussion today. We'll talk a little bit about Join IT, which I believe most of you know, a little bit about the College of Technology. We'll look at IT in general, right? We'll talk about some challenges getting IT jobs in Cameroon, the difference that Join IT and the College of Technology intend to make, talk to you about our training structures, how to get an IT job locally and even internationally. We'll look at, schedules for the upcoming trainings that we have, and I will get some testimonies and next steps. Before we even get to talking about the audience, I would like to start by, I'll just bring in one student. Let me go with Leslie. Is Leslie there?
Yes, sir, I'm here. Good day.
Yes, good day, Leslie. How are you?
I'm doing okay, sir.
Okay, so Leslie is one of our students in the College of Technology. She's in the C2 class taking her training in database administration. So I would like to give her a minute or two to tell us where she started, where she is now, and how is her training going as far as IT is concerned. It's just an open question, Leslie. You can tell us this is what you were doing, you started this training this time, this is what you can do now, and this is how you see the future ahead of you.
Thank you for this opportunity. Good morning to everyone. Good day to everyone. I'm calling me Leslie from C2, the second cohort of this training. And I started this training on the 6th of February, and like most of you, I attended an orientation like this. And the greatest challenge I had during that orientation, I just anchor from what Brian said in the beginning when he said anybody can transition from anything. He said that I do not believe it. It was not sinking because I don't imagine how I can live from 3 years plus of talking about bonding and chemical structures to come and start talking IT in 6 months. It did not make sense. But I just decided that, well, I heard a lot of good things about joint IT. Let me just try. And getting into the program the first month, the second month, and it was at the third month that I started seeing that this thing is really possible. And I believe that it really matters how you enter into the IT field. It is possible to transition from any field into IT, but it matters the team you start with and how you enter into the IT field in the first place. And Join IT has proven to me that it is one of the best. I've taken some trainings with other teams, and I did not get the hands-on that I got with Join IT. One of their biggest strengths is their hands-on teaching. They don't apply this our normal system of teaching that, okay, they come and give you notes, you cram, and then you come and pour it without even knowing how to apply or express yourself well and show mastery of the knowledge that you've obtained. But throughout this time and throughout this 3 months, 6 months now, I've learned that I used to be somebody that says, oh, I can write it, I cannot say it. I can write it, I cannot say it. But getting into Join IT, I was made to understand that you need to be able to say it, you need to be able to express it, to show that you master it and to apply it. And the whole team makes sure that you get these skills and you're able to express what you've learned. Secondly, one thing about the Join IT team is consistency. There's this, well, during orientation, they said, okay, we're going to make sure that we take it from the beginner level up to just beginner level. And there was somebody that said when she joined the training, she did not know how to create a folder. I was like, and she was talking with so much confidence. She was saying a lot of things that she could do. It sounded unbelievable. But when the training started, I actually saw how I was evolving personally, the things that I could learn, and that wall of thinking that no, you cannot get into IT, you cannot learn anything that you want to. It was just breaking. Each month, it just kept on breaking, and the Join IT team is consistency and meeting us more than halfway, making sure that we are in phase with the training, explaining 100 times and using scenarios that you don't even think that those scenarios can be used to explain IT. They used all those scenarios just to help us understand. And so far, I'm 6 months in and working on our final presentation. If I just start explaining what I learned, what I can do, so it's a lot. It's a lot. But when it comes to database administration, I don't think that if people are talking somewhere, I'll not have anything to say. And not just anything, I'll have a lot of sense to say, and I'll really defend what I can do as a database administrator. So I want to thank the Join IT team, and I want to encourage, especially those who are having those thoughts that are saying that, oh, you cannot do it from this field, from that field, from nutrition, or from anything. It is possible, because it was possible with me. I think it's possible for a lot of people, and why not everyone? So thank you very much, sir.
All right. Thank you so much, Leslie, for that. And again, this is not a marketing campaign. This is call it more of a sensitization campaign. Don't feel like Leslie is coming to tell you that come to Join IT and all of this, right? No, it's just a sensitization, information sharing. It's not marketing. And we're going to have a lot of discussions today. I just want you all to be patient. Take this as your first IT training, right? This is going to be like a training session for you guys. Before I really dive deep again, I would like to bring another person. Leslie was talking in the direction of, chemical engineering. Maybe she's already working or something, right? Or there might be people here that are just high school grads. I want to bring in one other person. This person is she has a career already. She's working. I believe pretty much a good job, but she decided to take this training. And I would like this person to talk to you all how this training is helping her in her current role and what she sees in the future, what she where she's heading to. The goal here is to make you understand that you can still be doing something and take a training like this that will help enhance the skills I already have at your current role. I will bring in Dr. Kien, who will be talking to us. She's based in Cameroon as well. She graduated in the C1 class that we taught. And she'll have a couple of minutes, just talk to you. Yes, Cecil.
Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Kian, as introduced by Prof. Brian. I was in the C1 class, but I already had a job. I'm an accountant, by the way. So I already had a job, but I decided to take this training. So for me, it was more like for personal development and for improvement in my career, and especially in my IT background, because in future, I intend to switch, maybe get into more of analysis kind of roles like data analyst, but deal with a lot of data, not only accounting, but switch more into finance roles, but deal with a lot of data. So my advice to you today is most people here, they take this training for various reasons. There are some people that want to switch their careers, that want to switch from what you're doing now and maybe get into the IT field because that's what pays now. There are some people that are taking it for self-development like me, or to improve what you're currently doing. There are some people that have no knowledge about IT. They want to try something new. So everybody has an objective, but while taking this training, you should be very intentional. You should be very objective. You should know why you are taking the training. If you have an idea of what you want to do and which direction you want to go to, then you will be motivated to be consistent in this training because you want to achieve that objective, or you want to achieve that intention. So you have to examine yourself and ask yourself, why are you taking this training? Even if you don't have answers, it's okay, because along the line, you will see the benefits, you will see what you're learning, and it's really going to make you know that, okay, you have the capacity to learn something new that you could not even believe in yourself, that you could learn it. It's a very encouraging training, and the professor, a big community, that even at any time that you have questions, there's always somebody to help you with something. Some of us were not really fast learners, but those who were like fast learners, they were helping us. Even the professors themselves, since we have like some kind of time difference, sometimes you think that you just text them, they will reply to you. So what I'm just trying to say is that you should be objective about why you're taking this training, and just know that it's a very good community and they're really, really willing to help you. There are a lot of things that you're going to learn along the way. Both is going to be new, and for some people it's going to be new. For some people it's just going to be like improving what you already know. And what I would say again is, for me, how I benefited from this training is that it taught me something completely different, and it gave me the courage to continue learning things, because after learning this, I saw that I had the capacity to learn new stuff and go forward. So it was really encouraging. And it was really encouraging. Sorry, I had somebody distracting me. And what I would say is that it helped me in my career, in the sense that in the IT field, I really became apt. Like, I really improved on my IT skills. Even the basic knowledge that they gave us the first few days, it helped me a lot when I'm doing my task, like in the accounting department, for example. We are using an application called SAP. I could really understand some certain terms because I can liaise them, I can link them with some terms that I even heard when we were in class. So I'm like, this makes sense. I can really relate to this because I have this background. So it's going to help you in several ways. It's just based on your objectives and what you want to achieve. So I'll encourage you people, like, to really be consistent, like the other person said. to really be consistent and be objective and intentional about what you want to do. And you're really not going to regret it, trust me. All right, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much, Dr. Ken. And let's dive into this. I just want you all again, it's not a marketing campaign. It's not, you all know that the kind of stuff we do in Cameroon. Bring one man, then you'll take two people, right? You'll bring one man, after 2 weeks, you'll get this amount, right? It's not that kind of a thing. Hey, guys. All right. Okay, so let us go to who are the people we want to talk to today. We are looking at addressing absolute beginners, people with no knowledge in IT. It's very important that this, if you feel like you have no knowledge in IT, this is a good place for you to belong, because most of these people that are going to be talking to you today, they have been in your same position. I, for one, my background was in carpentry. I tell this all the time. That is my story. I started IT without even an email address. At that time, we did not even have smartphones as we do now, right? I was just thrown in a class, and even in French, I don't even know how I survived that 1 year of training. But the determination was there. The mindset was there. There were people to help me while in training. And that is why you see Join IT here focusing more on taking those with absolutely no knowledge and transforming them, to be IT professionals. Individuals looking at starting a career, you might already have some knowledge in IT, but you don't know what career path in IT you would really want to follow. Like I mentioned, IT is very broad. If you don't have a mentor to tell that, okay, these are the skills that you have, and this is where you can fit in well in IT, it will not work. Listen to Dr. Kian talking today. What is a goal? To get more into dealing with huge amount of data, analyzing data, right? In accounting, what do they work with? It's all about data, looking at those figures, bringing up those profit and loss accounts and everything. Now, she does not want to limit herself just to be recording those. She wants to be able to, once we have all this data recorded, what can we do with it? She wants to go into all of those values, then be able to look at it and generate reports. Tell the company that if you continue in this trend, in 20 years, this is what you have in your savings, this is the number of customers you're going to be having. So she wants to be able to use that data. She does not just want to be the person that inputs that data and say that, oh, this is your balance sheet, this is your trial balance. How helpful is that to the company? She wants to add to her accounting background by being able to analyze that data and then help the company to make informed decisions, right? That is data analyst, business intelligence. What is the foundation of that? The foundation of that is data. We have knowledge now in understanding what is data, how data is being collected from various sources, how data is being managed and administered. She sees a possibility of her building on that to go to the level of data analyst. Okay? So next, we are looking at IT professionals looking at gaining more skills. You might already be an IT professional. I have had people here in Cameroon who are working like IT people in some offices. They are in charge of everything. You might already have that knowledge, but you want to learn and focus on something. This is a very good place for you. I've had CEOs of companies that have trained because they want to understand these basic concepts to see how they can also help grow their companies. Anyone looking at a career switch, right? When we started, someone here said, said they're in the military, they want to switch and get into IT and all of that. These are the things that, this is where we focus. And you can also be a parent looking at gaining knowledge on how to orientate your kids. This is a very good opportunity. There are some parents now, your kids just graduated, they don't know what to do. They have written concours and they have not been selected. And these parents need to be able to guide and educate these kids on, oh, you can do this, you can do that. Some of us in the days, our parents did not have that knowledge. So if you're a parent now, this is a good opportunity for you to learn, listen to talks like this, and be able to educate your child that this is what you do. Right? Are we together? Yes? No?
Yes, sir.
All right. So next, I will not take too much time to talk about Join IT because you must have heard it everywhere. But we are a training institution here in the US. We have our values, we have our vision, our mission. And the main thing that is outstanding here is to help you all bridge the gap We want to bridge a gap by helping individuals to start and develop a career in IT, as well as helping organizations, with their IT need. That is our focus. You are here because you fit into our vision. You fit into that our mission statement. And with our values, we'll be able to accomplish this vision and this mission, right? Training. Special thanks to the College of Technology, UB, for giving us this opportunity. At first, we used to offer this training to people in Cameroon, but they were not taking it serious. Now with College of Technology, and they have seen the way this thing is really structured, they have seen the benefits of this training, and they are taking it to another level. Because a lot of us here join IT, we are out of Cameroon. These are people that left Cameroon either as accountants, as taxi drivers, as carpenters. They got out of Cameroon and they are able to learn. And today they are working for Fortune 500 companies. So our goal is to bring back this knowledge and impact our community. We want to make Cameroon the new India by training new people. In the days, if you look back, you see that a lot of people used to leave Cameroon, travel to India, come back as bush fallers to go and learn stuff like this. But these trainings now are at your doorstep. The same training that I took in the US and I'm working today is the same training that I'm teaching you. It's the same training that someone will leave Cameroon and go to India to do that training, right? So we are here to help you all in Cameroon, prepare you. And in the course of this orientation, you'll see a lot of stuff. So Join IT is not just about teaching. We also have our technical team where we are able to execute projects. We audit companies, we make recommendations as far as IT is concerned. We work on projects like designing information systems for companies and all of that. So you fit into our vision. With training you, there's a possibility where you can fit in to any company which is our client to work with, right? So towards the end, I know Mr. Mike was there. I'll bring him to talk about the College of Technology. He will actually round this up today. Let me go ahead and just share my screen to talk a little bit about the things that you all do. You all see my whiteboard?
No, sir.
No? What about now?
Not yet.
Not
You
yet?
have stopped sharing, Prof.
Ooh, okay. What about now?
It's okay, sir. We can see.
You can see the whiteboard, right?
Yes, Prof.
All right. Okay. So, like I mentioned, we're going to take this today as a class, right? Let's not just make it a regular sit and talk and everything. So the first thing I want us to look at is the digitalization of, everything today is digitalized. In the days back, you could not just sit and connect with me like this. But today, what are we using? We are using the internet and we are able to connect over Zoom. Today, we have smartphones where we can sit and talk and do everything. Today, companies are going to digitalize. They have websites, right? They have websites. Today, you yourself, you're able to manage your data because you have a phone, you have a smartphone, you have all of those. Today, everything around the world is centered with data. That is why if you go to Facebook, you go to YouTube, what do they all use? It's just data. Facebook is just there for you to go and post what you're posting. You create awareness, you share that data for others to see. So the world today is centered around digitalization, and the fundamental aspect of that is data, right? So let me take you all now. All of this is IT. If you have a smartphone, you are actually playing a role in IT. If you are able to connect with me now on Zoom, it means you are able to use an application that digitally connects you and me sitting here, right? If you are able to register for your courses in UB at the comfort of your home, that is you inputting data into the UB system that I want to register for this course and everything. So the world today, everything is digitalized. I am able to leave the US, go and work in Cameroon remotely. because everything is interconnected. So it does not matter whatever you do, there is some sort of IT in the processes. Okay, now let us look at a company, because when we are doing all of these trainings, what is your primary goal? Your primary goal first is to learn the skills, and second, eventually be able to work. You can be working for another person's company, or you can decide to create your own company for yourself, right? Those are the three things. So the primary thing here is self-development, where you are getting the skills. Your second thing is getting a job. This job could either be for yourself, you can employ yourself. You can decide that after this training, you will build a database for yourself to manage your income and expenses. That is you employing yourself, because if not, you push that to someone. You could decide that after this training, you apply for jobs locally or internationally. These are the two things that you want to get. But now, will you be able to apply for jobs if you don't have the skills? No, right? So this is our primary focus now, to give you these skills, and with these skills, you'll be able to apply for jobs. So when you apply for jobs, where do you apply for a job? Who are employers? Employers now are companies, right? Our employers are companies. So start by understanding, what is a company? What is it made up of? How can I fit into any company? Yes, I want to get skills. With the skills that I have, if I'm going to a company, where can I fit in, right? So we're going to look at this as a company. I want someone, just tell me one kind of company that you know. Just give me one company or one organization that you feel, they have a line of business. Anybody? Give me a name of any company.
Guinness.
Guinness, right? What else? I see all of them. I see all of them. All the ones who have said Guinness and Brother's, Robert, take note of them. What else? Give me a company you like to work for. Give me a company you like to work for.
Camtel.
Camtel, right? Let's use Camtel. What is their line of business? What is Camtel's line of business?
Network.
It's general network, right? They provide network, internet resources to their clients, right? So now, look at Camtel. We are looking at Camtel. This is a telecommunication company. In telecommunication, what do? They provide you internet, mobile phones, and everything. So within Camtel, tell me, what are the various roles that you feel like someone can work? What are the various departments that are within Camtel? What are those departments?
I think we can have people for the customer service that receive complaints from clients that maybe have difficulties and solve the problems.
Perfect. Customer service. What else? What else?
We also have people at the technical department that deal with their servers and network equipment.
Okay, that's fine. I'll get to that. What else? All of you, don't you think that Camtel has accounting department? They have accountants, right?
Yes, they do.
What else? Do you think Camtel should have a legal team or legal advisors? Right? What else do you think Camtel should have outside of IT? Do you think Camtel should have HR, human resource?
Mm-hmm.
What else?
A marketing department, sir.
Camtel should have a marketing department. What else?
You have the security that physical security, like the security guard.
Security. They have physical security. And they'll definitely have more departments within this single company. Look at the various departments that they have. So now start asking yourself, what do these departments need to be able to perform their duties? What are the things that this department, each employee in this department, they need something for these departments to completely work together to fulfill the mission of Camtel, to make sure that line of business is continuous. So what do you think all these departments will need? First,
They need a means of okay.
First, you see that they need employees, right? They need employees. So all these departments need, I'll call them employees. They might need 2 accountants, 2 lawyers to defend them in all of this stuff. They might need 5 customer service representatives and everything. Now, with these employees, what do they use to do their job? They need computers, right? Ethan, let me mute you. They need computers, right? When they have these computers, what do they need? What does the accountant use to be able to, bring all these statements to the company? The accountant will definitely need applications, right? The application that they use, Dr. Ken just mentioned today, they're using an application called SAP, right? What else? What would the customer service guys use? They also need applications. Now, when all of these departments, let me say customer service, they need 10 computers, they need an application that they could call and connect with people, they need phones to be able to do their job and everything. If you just keep an accountant here, will the accountant be able to provide all of this stuff? No. So you see that there is one department within Camtel now that is the key. What does this department do? This department is in charge to provide Camtel with all the necessary tools, applications that they need to be able to be operational. That department is the IT department. You see that IT is that integral department in every company, irrespective of the type of company. Even if it is Mosango Express, they need at least an IT person to be able to track those bosses. That, okay, this is where a boss is, this is this, this is that. So every department here relies on IT. What applications will they need? You see that with IT now being the integral part of every company. Remember, this company can have just one accountant. It's possible, right? But do you think they'll have one IT person that will be able to provide computers, maintain those computers, manage their databases, build applications, secure their network and everything? No. So you cannot have just one person within IT. In an accounting department, you can have 1 or 2 people. But for Camtel, the highest number of employees in that Camtel itself should definitely be coming from where? The IT department. Right? Because these departments support everything. So now, when you talk about that IT department that we are looking at, you see that this IT department here is also made up of a lot of stuff. Is it just one person in IT that does everything? No. So IT department is also grouped out into various teams that will be able to support this company with all these needs. What are those? Just in IT now, you can be looking at the first thing, help desk as well. When an employee here forgets their password to log into the accounting application, what do? They call the help desk. That is like support. They can have system administrators where they're in charge to make sure that everything is working correctly within that company. They may have network engineers. They may have cyber security. They may have cyber security team that is in charge to secure that company's network. They may have analyst team that is in charge to see, like, to analyze, data that is coming in, how many customers they have, and all of that, right? So you see that you have security, you have network, you have infrastructure, you have system administration, you have a lot of these various departments within IT. You have developers. Do you think that one person in IT can play all these roles? Develop applications, provide hardware, connect the network, secure the internet, or secure the environment of that company? One person cannot do that. So this is how IT is structured. So you need to understand each and every role within IT, and you ask yourself, what value do I have? Where do I want to fit in to Camtel's IT department? Am I coming in as a system administrator? Am I coming in as a scrum master? Am I coming in as a database administrator, or whatsoever? Now, when you look at this, there is one department that is also very important. This department is called data management. Data management. Why? Because data is the most integral part of, like, the most valuable asset of every company. Even you, your most valuable asset today to you is your data. What is that data to you? That data could be even your pictures, your videos. There are a lot of us here that will have some stuff in your phone that you feel like if somebody sees it, you're going to commit suicide. You can have that. What is that to you? That is your data. Then what happens if that data gets in the hands of the wrong person? You see that regardless of whatever you have, it will not make any sense to you because you feel like your whole life is gone. Just like here in the US, you have your social security, you have, names, address. If somebody gets hold of your bank account info, your password to your Momo, that is data. So that is your most valuable asset. It's the same for any company. So now data is really growing. And there is what is known as data management. All of these companies, all of these people, what are they trying to secure for this Camtel? The data, their customers' information. So when you look at this is IT, and you're talking about data management in IT. In data management, if you go down here, you see that this is data management. What are the things that we can do as far as a career in data management is concerned? Now, we are looking at how does that data even get collected? Where does it reside? You see here that with data, you are talking about databases, where you can talk about a database developer, someone who develops databases where this data in a company resides. You can talk about a database administrator. Once that database is built and users are now inputting data, who administers that database? You're talking about a database administrator. That is the role that they play. Now, just in this data, once this company have this data and they are able to have it in a database, they have an administrator, what do they use this data for? You can talk about data analysts. You look at a data analyst where they're able to look at, oh, Camtel this year, you had 50 new customers, you spent 20,000 on these and these. What can we do to make sure that in the next 5 years, we have this number of customers? The data analysts, they go into that data that resides in a database and being administered by a database administrator, and they're able to analyze it and give you reasonable information. Now, same here, you are looking at data engineers. Who is a data engineer? This data that the company might have might reside in different locations. Look like an international company. They have customers in the US, in Cameroon, everywhere. So now, how do they get all their data in their various companies to have a single point of truth. You have database engineers that are there to consolidate this data into one repository where the analysts, the administrators, and everything, they can get in and work. Right? So these are the various departments that you can see within data management. So you see now that all of this, what are they doing? They are trying to manage this data here, which is the most integral part of that company, the most valuable asset of that company. What does YouTube rely on? How do they make money? From data, right? That's the data. When you post a video there, people watch it, they pay. That video is data. So you see that data is the most valuable asset for every company. And any career that you start in IT, tilting towards data management, will definitely keep you in a bigger position. Okay? So now, does it mean that your career must be in data management? No. Do you need to have a background in IT to be able to build a database? No. A database, you start building a database from scratch. Do you need to have some background in IT to become a database administrator? No. You start that from scratch. Do you need to have some idea to be able to analyze data? Very good opportunity now for people who are into this accounting, banking, and all of this. If you have that knowledge, then if you want to analyze data, it will be very good because you are not just auditing a company. You are now looking at their data, auditing them, and giving them advice that this is what you can do in order to improve your processes. So this is why we are talking about IT today. Remember, we have talked about cybersecurity, we have talked about networking, we have talked about system administration, we have talked about data management, right? So there are a lot of things that we have mentioned about data or about IT today. Now, where do you think you can fit? Why are we today talking about database administration? Because database administration here is a very good way to start. If you are looking at building a career around data management, then database administration is the perfect place to start because as a database administrator, you understand what each of these people do. You are the one sitting on that data. You provide access to all these people. So you already have a foundation to build on. From a database administrator, it is very easy to become a data analyst because you understand what that data is. It is very easy to become a data engineer. It's very easy to become a data scientist. It's very easy to become anything in data because database administration is that entry point. Next, if you're a database administrator, what do? You can do any of this. And this is a well-paid job for those who know. So now, looking at you, each and every one of you here today can become a database administrator. Hello? Are we on the same page?
Hi.
Yes, sir.
Is it offering time yet? Should the preaching continue or should collect offerings first?
Let the preaching continue.
Okay, we'll collect offerings after this.
Yes, sir.
All right, so after this, the choir will sing, then we'll have offerings time. All right, guys. So let us go a little bit. Why do I feel like each and every one of you here today can start a career in IT? Now, let us go back to ourselves. What is data? Data is looked at as raw facts. Right? To you, what is data to you? Your data here, you have your contacts, right? You have your contacts, you have your pictures, you have your videos, you have your birth certificate, you have your certificates. That to you is data in hard copy. So you see that you already have data, your kids' information, your child's birth certificate, where they reside, where they go to school. That combined is data that you have and you're already managing. But let's limit that to our phones. On our phones, what do you have in there? Contacts, messages, pictures. You share data when you call and you're talking with somebody. What are you doing? You are exchanging data, right? That is what you already have. So you as a person, you have data on your phone. And this data on your phone, where does it reside? There is a database in your phone. And what manages that for you? The application. So on your phone, you have your WhatsApp, for example. That application is installed on your phone and it has a database. That is why if I send you my contact, you can actually go and save it. Where does it save? It's saved in a database. This database is embedded in the WhatsApp application that was developed by application developers. So to you, what do you do with that data that you have on your phone? Look at this. What do you do? You are able to secure that data. I'm going to put security. Okay, well, let me put the data right here. Let me make it beautiful. Let me make it beautiful. So this is your phone. You have data, right? Like, I want you to understand what this data is. This data here could be your contacts, your pictures, your videos, your messages that you share with people and everything. So with this data, what do you do with it? You secure that data. Why? Because on your phone, you have a password. You don't want someone to just get your phone, go in and check your messages and everything. So that is security, that you're securing your data. You are able to manipulate this data. What do I mean? You are able to insert, update, delete contacts. Shout out to those people that say, I'll cut you out or delete your number from my phone. What are you doing? You are deleting the data from that phone, right? So you are able to manipulate that data by doing what? Updating, deleting, modifying. When I change my number, that is what you do with that data. Okay, now, same on your phone. What are you able to do? You are able to manipulate your phone. Playing with the phone, look at that phone as a computer. You are able to play with your phone, so you already have some knowledge to manipulate that device. An Android or an Apple phone, you have some knowledge. So you see here that you're able to secure, update. Then now you are able to install. So you see that on your phone, you're able to install applications. Like the WhatsApp application is something that you install. You download it, you follow the steps, you set it up, and you're able to use it. So you see here that you have that knowledge to administer WhatsApp. So that is a resource of IT knowledge. But now it is just focused on that WhatsApp. When your phone is running slow, what happens? When your phone is running slow or might be out of storage, so you're able to do capacity planning to see, okay, what am I going to delete to make sure my phone runs well? So there are 5 key things here. You are able to install, you are able to secure, you are able to monitor. All of this, how do you do that on your phone? And what do you do on this data? So you're able to install the system that manages that data, which is WhatsApp, that is the application. You are able to secure the data by setting passwords. You are able to ensure disaster recovery by backing up your data. You back up your contact. If your phone is missing today, what happens? Are you going to go start looking for every contact? No, you pretty much have a sync with your Google Drive or OneDrive that you have linked your phone to it, your email. This data is being backed up. You are able to ensure performance tuning. When your phone is running out of resources, like it's running slow, what do? You look at it and you update your phone. These are the things that you already know to do as a database administrator. So you have that knowledge. Now, if you're getting into this training, we are just building on this knowledge that you already have. You'll be administering databases for companies, but now it's not going to be on the phone because a company might have databases and data on 150 computers or more. So now you're doing the same thing that you do on your phone, but in a company setup now. Hello? So you see that understanding what is data and the techniques that you already have, you are able to become a database administrator for any company because you pretty much be doing the same thing that you do on your phone. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. So you all have learned something, right?
Yes, sir.
So let me look at the next thing that I want to talk about here. And I'll bring in somebody to say something. Yeah, let the choir sing now. So the choir is going to be led this time around by, let me see. The choir is going to be led this time around by Clevis. Clevis, are you there? Robert, is Clevis there?
He was here, Prof. Probably he just stepped out.
Okay. So do we have Clinton? Clinton, we cannot hear you.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. So let's have Clinton lead the choir this time. So Clinton, go ahead and tell us, who you are, where you are now with your training and how this is helping you, how you started.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, John IT. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I am a Financial Clinton, a member of the C1 class of the John IT database training. I graduated some months ago, and as of now, what I've learned so far is really amazing. Currently, we're doing interview preparatory classes so that we can apply for jobs. There are several things we're working on. We've already prepared our CV. We are arranging our social handles that like LinkedIn. So with regards to this training, the training was really amazing because for me, like several times I've had to give my testimony. Have said severally that at the beginning of the training, I set goals of certain things I wanted to know, and those things I accomplished at least 95% of them. So it was very satisfying, very satisfying. And though this program is not meant for sensitization, but I must say that if there's something about John IT, I would say that it is pleasurable studying in John IT. Thank you very much, sir. I should talk more, but I'm really satisfied, very, very satisfied with what I have learned so far. Very satisfied, the things I can do as I do revision of some of those things, because oftentimes I have to go through some of those things again and again. I'm amazed at the quality that I see and find. I'm amazed at it, and it really takes some ignorance out of my shoulders, because I cannot be at a loss when it comes to technology in several areas. I cannot be at a loss, and thanks to John IT, because the inspiration you get while they're doing the training is so strong, especially with the willing heart. So thank you very much for the initiative. I'm one of the benefactors of your vision, and to this I say thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Clinton. Thanks for that, and courage as you push forward. So guys, I know we are almost getting there. less than 20 minutes to round up. I'll give you time for questions. So just looking at this, guys, we understand a couple of challenges that you have in Cameroon, getting into IT or even getting a job in Cameroon, right? As far as IT is concerned, we understand these challenges. So the first challenge here is lack of information, right? Lack of information, because this knowledge you have just learned today about IT, a lot of you did not have that before. I believe that with this short demonstration, we'll be able to shape you on what you are able to do in IT, and will push you now to go and do more research.
Hello. Hello, Prof.
Yes, Mr. Mike.
Hello, Mr. Brian.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, please. I have another meetings coming up very soon. Can I say something? Yes, can I say something at least before signing out for another meeting?
Sure, Mr. Mike. Yeah, sorry. For those who don't know, Mr. Mike is the coordinator for the ICT certification training in UB. He's the one that made this possible for us to be able to train you guys. So I'm going to give him the floor to say a word before he takes off his busy schedule. Yes, go ahead, Mr. Mike. Mr. Mike, I don't think we can hear you. Might be your network.
Okay, Prof, thank you very much. Hello, guys. Good afternoon. Yes, can you hear me? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Can you hear me now, Mr. Brian?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay,
Sir.
I hope. Yes, guys. So please, you will permit me to speak behind camera. Where I am now, the connection is not the best. So for that, I will turn out my camera. So thank you very much for giving me the floor. I've been listening to this very beautiful presentation, and I want to say welcome to all of you to the ICT certification program of the College of Technology. You know, we have a culture, which is a policy that at the beginning of every training session for our ICT certification, will come here to guide the students who are enrolling for the course to speak to you, and you listen yourself from expert so that you take
Hello, Mr. Mike. Looks like your network is bad. Robert, see if you can mute Mr. Mike or notify him his network is bad. Let's proceed. All right, guys, sorry about that. Those are some of the challenges that you all are facing, right? So let's look at challenges getting a job in Cameroon, where we have talked about lack of information, inadequate training. A lot of us, the training system in Cameroon is study, write an exam and pass, right? And get the credentials, get your certificate. That is how things work. But now you're looking at other things, right? Lack of hands-on skills. The trainings in Cameroon, they don't train you to be able to do stuff. They train you to go and pass exams. Company structures. Companies have not understood that IT is what I have explained to you today. So that sensitization is needed. Disconnect between companies and training institutions. There are a lot of companies now who want to hire, but they don't know, who am I going to hire? Someone just left UB. Is this person able to do this, right? So that disconnect exists. You have international influence. Companies believe that they need the foreign level to come and help. Why would I go to Cameroon? You are rushing to hire me, of which the same training that I took in the US is the same training. Mr. Ma, your network is not good. I think it's good. I can transition your message to them. Right? So, other things, other challenges that you see here are the economic factors like power supply, internet, and all of this. So how now do you get a job in IT? First, you need the skills, right? You need to learn the right skills. You need to get the right certifications, because IT now, they validate your skills based on the practical certifications that you have. If I'm able to administer databases, then I can write a certificate to prove that, okay, I'm a specialist in database administration. Build professional resumes. These are things that will help you. Check companies and how to apply. Stay connected and active with your right network. And that is what Joy IT offers to you, right? Continue acquiring knowledge. When you finish your database administration, look at what can be done for you to effectively build on that career. The next thing here is I want to talk about our training structure. We start you with the first 2 weeks like an absolute beginner. We build that foundation. What is a computer? What are the things in a computer you need to know that will tilt you towards a part in IT? After the first 2 weeks, we train you in the level of a junior database administrator. We are able to understand what is database, how data gets into a database, how to install the database management systems, and all of that. The third month, we go with implementing and managing advanced solutions in database administration. The last month, which is almost when you're done, we take you on cloud computing, and we are working on your final project. So we have a well-structured methodology to start you from an absolute beginner. And that is why in 6 months, you are able to talk as an IT professional, right? So what are some of the challenges that you in Cameroon will have as far as this training is concerned? You have challenges in the area of computer requirement. You need to have computers that meet the requirement for this training, right? And we have made it possible. I have some computers on ground, which I think they have been posting in the group. If you want a computer specifically for this training, we have sent some computers that are really moderate as far as the price is concerned. That will help you to start building your IT career. Time differences, right? You taking this training, you have to start waking up at 3 a.m. to take a training. That is when network is good. Look at how we are struggling now with network, because everybody is browsing the internet. So we have made it possible for you to get up at 3 a.m. to attend this training. That is the level of commitment that you need to put in. If you ask any of your friends or brothers who have traveled out, they tell you, hey man, I work night shift. I work 2 jobs. When I just got to the US, I'll go to work from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. From that job, I leave and I go to another job from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. just to make ends meet. We in Cameroon, you all have the time. It's not possible to really see people doing 2 jobs. All we do in Cameroon is go to school during the day, and night maybe stay with the family and sleep. But we need to have that mindset that people in the Western world have. You need to be able to maximize your time, make good use of your time. So getting up at 3, this should never be an issue to any of you, because those people out here that have made it already in life, they have gone through the same process. So get off your comfort zone and be able to invest that time in building your own career. Okay? Now, internet issues like what you have already experienced. It's going to be costly for you taking this training, because you need to buy internet. You need to look at the time that is best, the internet provider that is best in your area. Then laziness. A lot of you are lazy, right? Not like an insult, lazy in the sense that you are already too comfortable with your current practices. To go now take another endeavor, take the training that you attend classes 3 times a week, and we encourage you to study again, you'll be like, no, I'm already tired. So you need to get past this. If you get past this, then you'll be successful in this training. Finances. This is at almost no cost. If you ask people who left Cameroon to go and do database administration in India, just their flight ticket is more than what the College of Technology is asking. And this, our partnership, getting to the 2nd year, the fees for this training is going to double. Right now, it's 310,000. It's moving up to 620,000. Because of the value that we have already seen in this training. We've already seen value in it. We have seen how companies, students are already applying. Students are getting jobs in Cameroon. Our first batch that graduated, I think there were 19 or how many of them? The first person already have a job in Cameroon. He got hired. And with him being hired, the company that hired him reached out to us that we are impressed. We have interviewed this person. They said they took their training. Can you come and be training for us as well? So they're already seeing value, and Join IT continue to sensitize people. So this is a unique opportunity for you to take this training, right? So the training fee is 310,000. The first installment is 160,000, which 10,000 is your registration and 150 is the fee. It is due on or before the first day of class. So after this, all those who have applied, Robert, can you share the application link in the Zoom chat for people who have not applied to click and apply? All those who have applied, you will receive an email on how to make your payments, how to register, so that the first day of class will just get things going. Then after 3 months, you pay the balance of 150,000, making a total of 360,000. So you get an email what account you need to go and pay 160 to secure your spot. And we have a maximum number of students that we can take in a class. By the time we hit that number of students, they will not accept payments anymore. So if you are looking at enrolling, we have a lot of applications coming in. Go ahead and make your payment now to secure your spot. You're going to be having classes on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays early in the morning, right? 3 a.m. to 6 a.m., 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. So this now will also help those who are working. You can take your training, then get up and go to work at 7, 8. So that is how this is a professional training. We understand that those taking this training, some of you will already be working. So computer requirement. You need a computer with this operating system, Windows 10 or Windows 11, at least 16 gigabytes of memory. We emphasize on that. At least 500 gigabytes of storage. You need an external monitor like this. So this is what you need: a monitor, your laptop, and your mouse. If you have this, then you're good. So I know it's been long, so let me take a couple of questions, then we'll go from there. Any questions? Let's ask questions now, guys.
Yes.
Yes. Questions?
Yes, sir. Let me ask from the background how, because I already applied, but I don't know how to pay the fee.
You already did what?
Applied. I already sent my application, and I was waiting for, because I have a friend who's already enrolled, and he said they were supposed to send it from B to tell us how to pay the fee.
Yes, you get all of that. Like I mentioned, after this orientation, if you have applied, then we should have your email. If you have applied, we should have your email. After this, this week we'll send you information on how or on the next steps. Okay, you'll get an email from us today with information on the next steps. So we have a lot of people who have applied, so you'll get emails. What will be your next step, what you need to do. So don't worry about that. The payment information as well will be sent to whatever email address you have used to apply, right? So you have that information as well. So you should be getting that pretty soon. Who else?
Okay, Mr. Baron. Good afternoon once more.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. I want to appreciate you so far, so good for the lesson. That was good. So I want to ask, like, you know, the essence of the IT, maybe for some of us, it's not just to have the knowledge and information. It's actually to be able to have a good job. So how far can you give us a guarantee of maybe, like, I don't want to employ myself after the training? How sure or how convinced can I be that after this training, I'm going to have a job, maybe possibly out of Cameroon, not just in here? How convinced can I be, please?
Okay. And like I said again, this is not a campaign to come and lie to you and do this, right?
Yeah.
So the first thing that you understand, as I mentioned, is the skills, right? That is your primary focus, getting the skills. I can ask you this same question. How guaranteed are you that after completing a degree in the College of Technology, you'll be employed in Cameroon? Is there a guarantee for that?
Of course not.
There is no guarantee. How guaranteed is it that me finishing a degree in the US in network system administration, I'll be hired? There is no guarantee. No one can give you that guarantee and assurance. What someone can tell you is that learn the skills. The question you should ask yourself is, are there jobs in the skills that I have? If the answer is yes, then go for it, right? I want to be very realistic. In the US,
Okay.
if you have my contact, you see that people have jobs all the time. Okay? People have jobs all the time because the opportunities here are different from those in Cameroon. That's the first thing that we'll understand. Secondly, they are remote jobs. But is it that common for everybody to just have it? No. I'm going to give you facts. Now, McDonough took this trade from Cameroon. He started applying intensively. He got hired from Cameroon and was sponsored to go work in Mauritius. Okay?
Yeah.
Got hired from Cameroon. But if he did not have the skills, if he did not know that he can apply for international jobs, would that opportunity come his way? No. So you start from the basic. The open mindset that you should have is that let me get the skills and I'll secure a job. Now, we have a student in the C1 class, Clevis. He's going to talk to you. I actually called him. He was not there, so he lost that opportunity. Clevis took his training here in Cameroon, and he got hired by a company in Cameroon as a DBA. And they are very impressed with the knowledge that he has and the things he has already implemented. Clevis in Cameroon was not doing anything. He's an advanced, he left with advanced level and embarked in this training. That is our first fruit of that labor in the College of Technology. And he did not just get a job. The company that hired him reached out to us directly and like, wow, we are impressed with the skills that this young man has in just 6 months. Can you come and train? If Clevis did not start this training, if he was not positive about himself, would he has had that opportunity? No, right? So are there jobs? There are a lot of jobs. Are there challenges having a job in Cameroon? There are a lot of challenges. Is it possible for you? Yes, I'll give you 2 examples. I will need to tell you about others that are applying. Another example I'll tell you, I have a student, Boris. He left Cameroon 1 year, 2 months ago. He just recently got his job. He started a training in Cameroon, got the opportunity to travel to the US, came to the US, continue, and within 1 year, 2 months, he has a job in the US that is paying him over 60 million a year. Some of us came to the US in 2010, and it took us 5 years to understand that this is what you can do to secure a job. So opportunities will always present themselves, but ask yourself the question, am I ready for that opportunity to come and me to embark on it? Or I'll just sit and be like, man, there are challenges in Cameroon. I will not do this. Right?
Okay. Also, yeah, that's good. I got it. I also want to ask, is it possible you work from home? Like you can apply in US, in Cameroon, and you're still working
That's
online?
remote job opportunities. That is what I mentioned, right? For example, now I'm in the US. My co-workers are from India. They are in India, actually. So what is happening as things are changing? Companies are outsourcing jobs to countries with cheap labor. I have friends today working from Cameroon for US governmental organizations in Cameroon. So there's a lot that you can accomplish. There's a lot that you can do, but you just need to have the skills and understanding. If I did not tell you today that someone got hired from Cameroon and sponsored to go and work somewhere else, you will not know. You'll just sit and be like, I will not take this training because I will not have a job. After all, in Cameroon, there are no jobs. There are. So the first thing is being positive. That is all. Learn genuinely to have the skills and the knowledge.
Okay.
Right?
And that's it. Yeah, I get. Thank you.
Perfect. Because just ask yourself, you have spent 3 years you have a degree in law in Cameroon. right? How possible is it for you to get integrated into these legal departments in Cameroon? It's not. But you did not just sit because there are no opportunities in Cameroon. You keep learning and pushing, and an opportunity will definitely present itself. So I don't want to lie to you that bring one person, two person, tomorrow you double whatever you have given, right? I want to be very realistic. But there are potentials that this training will impact your life differently. You will not see things the same again.
Okay, thank you.
Right. Who else?
Okay, sir. Thank you so much for the brilliant presentation. I think I really needed this knowledge. When I got about this training, I was just like, what are the kind of things that they can teach? When I watched some of the YouTube videos, I started getting some knowledge. But now I'm very clear about the training and perhaps the objective. I just wanted to ask a question with respect to the requirements as far as the computer is concerned. I just wish to know why we need an extra monitor. Is it that the laptop that we are using cannot contain the database, or why do we need an extra monitor for us to begin the training?
Good question. So remember, this is a hands-on training. For example, do you still see my screen? You see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now just look at this. I am teaching you now. I'm telling you that we need to create a database. You are on your computer. I say that, okay, on that database, click on new query, or on SQL, click on new query. Type in select add version. Just imagine that you need to do this on your same laptop. What will you do? It means that you minimize this thing I'm putting here somewhere, or you are trying to figure out, come and look, then go to your screen. But now, what you can do is that we have two monitors. You can watch me on one screen, do what I am doing, and you are actually practicing on the other screen. So you have two display devices. It's not as if you need two computers. No, your laptop is already that computer. You just need an extra monitor that will help you as an external monitor. So you can watch the instructor practice here, and you comfortably practice on the other screen without having to play around with all those windows. Even when you start working, most companies now, employees, you have two monitors in front of you. You might need to open so many windows. Together. Make sense?
Very well. Thank you so much. Thank you for the clarity. Yeah.
Perfect. Who else?
So I have a question.
Go ahead.
I wanted to ask, can you use a tablet as the extra monitor if you already have a laptop?
Yeah, if that tablet can connect to your monitor and you're able to see or share the screen or share resources between the two, that is fine. Even a TV. Or if you're having a TV, you can use an HDMI cable, connect it to your laptop, and you're able to have two displays around it. I don't know about the size of the iPad that you want to use, but that is okay. Yes, Mohammed.
Thank you very much, sir, for giving me the floor. I am already a student and I enjoy it. As I can say that at the beginning, I was very worried. It was so difficult, but now I think that I have already adapted myself, and I'm feel very happy to do this training. But the question I have is that, you know, many persons would like to do that training, but there is a big obstruction like a languages. Many don't have sufficient level in English. Are you planning to do that training in French? As you know that in Cameroon, there are also French speakers.
Okay, good question, Mohamed, right? Mohamed, comment ça va?
Alors, ça va bien, monsieur. Ah, je ne savais pas que vous pouvez parler bien français. Depuis qu'on fait le cours, c'est uniquement en anglais. Et je m'efforce beaucoup. Et voilà, je m'exprime déjà bien. Ça m'a aussi beaucoup aidé à m'exprimer en anglais.
Okay, let's take a break at that point. Okay. So this is what happens, Mohammed, right? I cannot teach in French, okay? I cannot teach in French. I understand, I can speak, save my life, but I cannot teach in French. One thing that I want you to understand is that IT is English language. Even the people that speak French in IT, when they are writing applications, what language do they use to write these applications? It's English, right? For the most part, if you live and you travel out there, let's say you get yourself to the US, you get yourself everywhere, most of the things you do are going to be in English. I'm not saying that it's not right to teach in French, but when we get to that point where we have resources that can teach comfortably in French, we will. But teaching in French, you will lay more emphasis on English. What opportunity does this training offer to French speakers? There is an opportunity in the sense that now your English must have improved this time in the training, right, Mohammed? So
Exactly.
we are not just teaching you database administration, we are teaching you database administration and English as well, because when you put the effort to understand what we are teaching, you're building yourself. So encourage your French people who wants to get to learn English that this is where you can start. Don't look at it as a challenge. I remember the first day you started class, it was very challenging, right?
Exactly.
But today you're pulling through, you are understanding, you are able to do the labs and everything. So it's a dual opportunity for you, and it should be same for others. But we are trying to build a team. If we get to that point where we can explain in French, yes. Normally, the next language, all right, that was just for you all to laugh. So yeah, but we'll get to that point. You yourself, you can come back and start helping to mentor those that understand French. You can come back and join IT as a mentor. So it's a good opportunity for you, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Who else?
Mr. Brian, I wanted to also ask about the certification program.
Okay.
What certifications do you offer, please? Like, since you are affiliated with UBA, whether is it University of Boya, how is your certification? Seeing it is not a government certification kind of a thing, how is it like?
I don't give certificate. You are taking this training in the College of Technology, UB. It's not joint IT. So at the end of this training, you get a certificate of completion from the College of Technology at the University of Boya. Okay, you get that certificate from them. That certificate is recognized in Cameroon. And at the end of your training, we prepare you to write a certificate which is internationally recognized. The certificate you're going to be writing here is DP300, Administering Relational Databases in Azure. That is provided by Microsoft, the company that owns the product that you are learning. So that is going to be your internationally recognized certificate where you can take that anywhere.
Okay, aside the one that UBA will give.
Exactly.
Okay, that's perfect.
Okay, good questions. Who else? So let me take Leslie, is one of the students. He's also rounding up, Marius is rounding up his training here. So Marius, you want to say a word?
Yeah, Prof. Good day, Prof. Good day, everyone. My name is Ambi Marius. I'm a C2 COT student of Join IT, that's the second cohort. And I'm also a postgraduate student in public health. So as a student of Join IT, I would like to share my experience with you guys and definitely motivate you to get enrolled in the database administration training course with Join IT. Now, my very first objective for enrolling in this program was for self-development because I had biostatistics in mind. So I was trying to go towards that direction, but I never knew where to start. So I got enrolled. After 6 months of training, I am looking at a total career overhaul. Like, I'm looking at the possibility of getting completely immersed in the IT field. So we are at 6 months of our training, and I can confidently say that it's been one of the best investments I've made in my career so far. So I've enjoyed every step of the way from day one that our program started, which was February 6th, if I'm not mistaken, till now that we are working on our final project, it has been thrilling. It has always been, in fact, you are always on your toes with respect to the training. So I would like to talk a little bit about the experience with Join IT, the team itself. With respect to the course, unlike our normal university courses, because I would say that one student just asked about the guarantee of a job, and I was almost tempted to put my hand up to answer the question. Because before coming into Join IT, I had a degree, I had a master that I spent 4 years. I'll call it, I will not say it's too much useless, but there is a bit of uselessness in it, in code. Because after the 4 years, the dream job never still came. So when you talk about the guarantee, I don't think any training program will give you that. But there is a very high possibility of getting a very good and high-paying job and an international job after completing this training. If you just go to Indeed.com and type database administration job, you'll be shocked at the number of jobs that pop up every blessed day. So for the student who is interested in job, I think you should try to Google that aspect and you'll be amazed. So with respect to Join IT, the program is very comprehensive. Like it covers every aspect of database administration, from database design to administering the database to security, performance tuning. That is when you just type on job opportunities, those are what employers want, and you'll be so amazed. And after 6 months, I have the capacity or capability of applying for such a position. I think I would just say it's a well-structured training by Join IT, and I'll say kudos to the team for bringing the training to us back home. And the course material too is very excellent. We have notes that are given to us, and we have labs which are practicals. And my main thing that has captured me so far is the focus on practical. There is nothing like you go and you cram and you come and write an exam. No. No, it is hands-on. When you talk of CBE, competence-based education, this is a first-class competence-based education, whereby you learn by doing. And there is no method, there is no way that you can finish the program without knowing something, no matter how careless or how unserious you are. So we enrolled in the class and I thought everybody was at maybe a degree, this level. No, there are some people who had left school 10 years ago. There are others who just had their advanced level. There are others who were doing their whatsoever. So we had a very diverse set of students, with some who never knew if at all how you can left click or right click. But today, when we talk on the same playing field. Like we talk, you will not differentiate us between an IT student who had 4 years from College of Technology and a student who got enrolled from tailoring, or a student who got enrolled from lab technician. There is no difference. So I would like to say that that is a training that Join IT has offered me, and definitely my batchmate who can definitely testify. And I think that for now, we are still working on our final project, and I'm not really looking at start applying, because I know that when I finish, the job will come and I'll get it. So I will say that just like the very first speaker, all you need to do is to take the call, you take your action, you get enrolled, you stay consistent and be motivated to continue throughout the training. Because if you attend a class today and you don't attend the class and you come next week, you will not say that the program was a failure. You were the failure, or you are the failure, because you were not consistent, you were not truthful to yourself. So once you get engaged, know that it is an engagement that you're taking upon yourself to better your life. So I would like to thank all of you for coming to the call, the attention, the Joint IT administration, for making possible this program to us back at home. And I would like to say that is the little that I want to share. Thank you, and over.
All right, thank you so much, Marius. I would have had, I have a good number of people you would have liked to share their experience, but with time, I'm going to limit it to this. I also had Muma and Maxwell. I hope that we'll be able to get you all, another time. Without taking too much time, this is exactly 2 hours, and that's the time we scheduled for this. We started a little bit late. I would like to call it off here. Just be on standby. You will get information from the training coordinator on ground, Robert. So Robert will be reaching out to you all. We have Robert on ground, we have Joyce, we have other instructor assistants that are on ground that will be helping you throughout this process. So do not feel like you are left alone. Do not feel like it's the same thing that you've been doing over and over in Cameroon. This is definitely coming with new enhancements and opportunities for you. Go ahead and share this. This video will be recorded. I've recorded it. I will share the link with you, forward it to your friends, encourage your friends, but don't tell them that is they bring one person, then after 2 weeks, you do this, right? It's not that thing. So just share the information, right? So I will leave it here. You all should be in the group, the ICT group. If you have other questions, ask there. Robert and I, with Joyce, will be more than happy to answer. Okay, guys. Thank you all for coming and spread the word.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Much.